Hey out there, this is April 4th, 2015, and I'm in Northern California. It's just a little bit after 11 in the morning here. And today I wanted to talk about a mixture of things, but first I wanted to start out by stating that it'd be nice at the end of my life, nobody on earth could justifiably spit on my grave, and you can take that as an allegory or literally. And it's not my desire to rub people the wrong way, but if in standing up for the truth that happens, then there's really not a whole lot I can do, because short of not being true to myself, I must stand up in the face of tyranny wherever I can identify it. And I have identified it, and it resides in the establishment. And the establishment is comprised of it's a conglomerate of many special interest groups. And the people at the very top are the money printing class. These are the people with the money printing copyright. And these people have unlimited amounts of money at their disposal. And as we all know, money is a very powerful form of control. It's the ultimate form, to me, of black magic. And we all fundamentally have to ask ourselves, what gives these people that sacred right to rule over us by fiat? Because they say that they have the authority. They say that what they're doing is legitimate, that we should validate it. And we do. Largely, it's unanimous that we all fall under that spell, that black magic spell of trusting in this magic elixir, this very powerful form of magic again. And I think it's important that we all ask ourselves why we are not allowed that privilege of being money printers as well. Because if you did that, if we got to the bottom of this thing, what you would discover is that the reality is that we all should have. That would be the right way to play this game, because that's all it is. It's a game. It's worse than it's a rigged game, and it's a charade. These people put nations in debt they start with individuals going in debt, and then the individuals put states in debt, and the state put the nation in debt, and then everybody is collectively in debt. But the difference is it's very discriminating. And this brings me to a current topic, a contemporary issue, is this idea of discrimination, these anti-discrimination laws that have been enacted, giving a business the right to reject anybody they want. And all my life I've been brought up, saying, hey, you know what, we reserve the right to refuse service to anybody. It's like, well, yeah, I mean, it's a private business, and they have a right not to serve me if they don't like my attitude. Maybe there's a grisly scar on the side of my face that, is going to drive away their customers. I mean, there's a plethora of different reasons why a business might find that they don't want to serve me. Usually it would be because you're drunk or arrogant or something of that nature, that you were disruptive in some way. No shoes, no shirt, no service, perhaps. But it really is a form of discrimination to tell a business that they can't discriminate. It's discernment. Discrimination can be seen euphemistically as discernment, deciding what's prudent for you and what's not prudent for you. And there should be an ethical basis for any kind of discernment and discrimination. But what's happening is right in front of us. It's another forest for the trees analogy, because we have blatant discrimination all around us, and it's all rooted in this money-based, this monetary-based reality that's been imposed on us, inflicted on us from birth. This thing that we call a cost of living. And we've all been trained incrementally to believe that this is just the way it is and that we ought to accept it because that would be common sense. That is pragmatic, that is practical. You just buy into the establishment that you're born into, the reality, the paradigm that has been handed to us, foisted upon us. But indeed it is like a prison planet because we're born beholden to the money masters, to these inventors of this magic. And that so they have this perpetual copyright, this perpetual license to enslave the public, and they do. And we're all being discriminated against if you don't have the magic elixir. If you've got the magic and you've teamed up successfully with the money masters, then you're okay. Thumbs up to you. And you can have anything you want in this world. You can have all the commodities, all the services that you desire. On the other hand, if you haven't fit into this invented set of rules and guidelines, this bizarre and evil set of guidelines that are handed to us, then you are not worthy to share in the prize. The prize again being financial freedom, financial security, financial success, and the ability to own the earth, to be free from fear and worry. So it's very wise if you fit in. It displays common sense if you fit into this paradigm, and if you don't, you're stupid, you're bad. That's the reality that we all have to face. This is just being very honest with ourselves and admitting this, that poor equals stupid. And there's a myriad of different ways in which a person could be stupid. They could be foolish. They could have had opportunity that they let pass by them. They could be lazy. They could just be born with insufficient intelligence quota. They could be damaged goods, brain damage, so they can't contend, handicapped in some way. Maybe they're on drugs. Maybe they're on alcohol. Maybe they're uneducated. They're just commoners who deserve, because of their poor choices, their poor life choices by not going in to get an education, that they deserve to be poor. They deserve to be subjugated. They deserve to be discriminated against. They deserve to be the object of scorn. And I have to inject here that anybody that knows the first thing about the Bible understands that the God of the Bible, and for that matter, not just the Bible, but any religious teaching, let's say, for lack of a better term, because I hate to use that word because I'm really anti-religious, but I am pro-ethics. I'm pro having a moral compass, and I'm pro-accountability, and I believe that we all have not only a duty and a responsibility, we have an obligation to others to have a moral compass and to say, this is what I'm seeking in a religion. I'm seeking the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. And any religion that offers that, I'm all for it, because really at the end of the day, there's a meeting of the minds. You're after righteousness and holiness and goodness and justice and mercy and all good things. So in that sense, all religions speak the same language, but of course, the term religion has been besmirched, intentionally besmirched, because it's been hijacked, it's been usurped by these same people that keep on training us to think the way they want us to think. And the way they do that is manifold. They do it from K through 12 and then higher education beyond that. So you're the smart ones, you're the educated ones, you're the wise ones, you're the knowledgeable ones. If you conform to think the way that you have been told to think by these same individuals at the very top of the pyramid. And again, I would cite the occult symbolism on the back of a $1 bill if you want to understand this pyramid of power and this eye of Satan at the top. And I say eye of Satan because a lot of these people are overtly Satanists. They make no bones about it. This is their master, their God. It's their right to choose to be evil and to hate what is good, to be at enmity what is right and pure and just, and to say, well, look, I'm taking the underdog role. They might claim, that, hey, what makes all you religious people with your high and mighty moral compass and your ethical values and whatnot, why should you always be the good guys? I mean, why can't we be the good guys? We're saying, we're being the devil's advocate here. And so, these are some really sick individuals that really don't care. They have no value for their conscience. In fact, their conscience it's a thorn in the flesh to them. And they would like nothing to do with it. And I would cite these rituals they have over at the Bohemian Grove, where they have this ceremony they have termed the cremation of care. These are the world's elitists, the Illuminati class, the money printing class, and of course the political class, because these people are the means by which the money printing class carries out their agenda. And their agenda is perpetual enslavement of the masses through this power, through the magic of printing money, by putting nations in debt and states in debt and individuals in debt. They steal the wealth of a nation. The wealth of a nation doesn't just disappear, but it does in fact get stolen. And these people have stolen the wealth of our nation. Now, pointing to another current event, contemporary here, is this Jade Helm program that's gotten out, where they're going to use the military to go into certain selected cities and regions around the country. Idaho, I believe, is one of them, and Southern California, and offhand I can't remember, is it Indiana? I can't remember exactly the regions. But a lot of people are very concerned about this, and they should be, because this is offensive to posse comitatus, where it's we the people will protect the sovereign neighborhoods of our area. That is really, your militia is you and me, it's everybody. It's, we all take that law enforcement role to protect and defend the weak and disabled and whoever might need it, women and children, etc., etc. So it's a man's obligation to step up to the plate. So we don't need the military in America doing these things. And I see this purely as an act of domination, of fear. The people at the very top are getting very scared. They're defensive. They don't want you to know that. You can tie it into that, but these people have an exceedingly guilty conscience. So they are inevitably very paranoid, because they know the day of reckoning is coming. But they think if they can just stave off the population and keep us down and keep us confused, keep us disempowered, keep us guessing, you see. Knowledge is power, and they don't want us to have knowledge. They don't want us to have understanding. But we have to go in there in a cavalier manner, like a soldier, and just demand to know the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, to get to the bottom of things. And when we do that, we discover what's really going on here. And by the way, this Jade Helm, it sounds to me like jade, is a Chinese term, and it would indicate that, since China is our greatest creditor now, that we've gone in debt to these people. These people have put us in debt. Okay, it wasn't the fault of the working class just the regular Joes out there. It was the fault of these people that have stolen our wealth. See, they have no intentions of paying it back. They don't want it paid back. They want us in debt perpetually.